This lab is going to work on having the students create their own plan of how to separate a mixture. And the very top of this document, which you'll get again in your dongle, sets them up the scenario as if they are on a deserted island, but they can make everything for French fries except they need to get the salt. So they're going to develop a plan. They have to write out their step-by-step instructions in a notebook. Part of the instructions is that they need to find the mass of their substances, especially from the beginning to the end. So that has to be written in the steps. They also have to answer a question, and then they have to do some data writing, and then they have to answer some questions that you have as to help them with writing the conclusion. We're going to rotate here so you can see this a little bit better.
So you have a cup, and you put the materials in the cup. You can have different size. I pulled out one of the rocks, so you have different size rocks. And so once you separate and set those out and start doing, get those all out, then you can take and pull out, so there's one more rock. Okay, and then you can take and pull out your magnets.
Yeah. Well, last year when we did this, we had a hard time getting the iron off of the magnets. So we're wondering if by putting it in a plastic bag and then swishing in the sand, if it helps with the cleanup. So that will remove, because in your cup you have pebbles, you have sand, you have iron filings, and you have salt. Those are your things that you're being given in your island to separate out.
And you can see they come out. You can't see it as well, but they do come out. They're sticking to that through the bag. So that would
That might work.
That might work. We wanted to try it that way, and
Yep.
okay, all right. And then you can take at this point to use the filter.
Yep. See, and you're going to get all these materials: the cups, the coffee filters, the magnets.
Just kind of do it that way, and then they can put over.
And then you run water through it, and that'll grab the salt. And then the next step, if they planned it out properly in their plan, is that they would boil the water to then get the salt, so then they can have their salt on their French fries. And that's how simple it is. It does take a long time for them to go through the planning process, step one, but once they get going and say, oh, hey, then it goes pretty quickly.
And just the fact that they can have the choice of having to figure this out, because every group may do a different strategy, and that's okay, but just the fact that, letting them actually try to figure it out, because I know my students, well, how do we do this? Well, I want to do, no, just, you got to think about this. So,
Also, don't give them the answers. Don't do this. Don't tell them this. They have to get to making it this way. So, and then in between each step, they're also supposed to do their weighing of finding the mass. So, that's it for this demo. Thank you very much.
thank you.